Hello， 大家好。In my right hand, this is the original LED projector lens taken off from the BYD Dolphin. In my left hand, this is our BiLED projector lens, which is using in the BYD Dolphin right now. Why did the car driver decide to change the original ones to our BiLED? Obviously, because of the low brightness of the original ones. By the way, why the original LED projector lens brightness is low? Actually, not only the original LED projector lens, but also the other original LED headlight bulbs. All of these original OEM headlight bulbs or lens have to meet the standard of every country's standard for the automotive headlight. For example, Chinese standard 25991, European standard EMA R112, and American standard DOT FVMSS 108. Normally, all these standards set up a minimum number and a maximum number for many lighting tested sports. So the OEM headlight bulbs or lens cannot be produced too bright beyond the limit. Also, we noticed that almost all the original OEM headlight kit or lens only use aluminum alloy heatsink but fan. I suppose technically there is a defective rate for the fan anyway. So I never saw some OEM automotive manufacturers use fan for the headlight heatsink. But normally many of these aftermarket projector lens or LED headlight bulbs brightness is much brighter beyond the limit of the standard. By the way, many drivers always complain about the glare eliminated from the aftermarket LED projector lens or LED headlight bulbs. Actually, it's not because they are too bright, because there is always a cutting line for the low beam, no matter it's bright or not. So if there is a glare from the low beam to the opposite drivers, it's probably because of the lighting pattern is not good. Well, that's my briefing for the comparison of the original LED projector lens taken off from BYD Dolphin and our aftermarket BiLED projector lens. Firstly, let's check out the very detail of the original LED projector lens taken off from the BYD Dolphin. This is a glass lens, shroud cover, original bracket with a housing hole. The aluminum alloy heatsink is very big, as you can see. It's without fan, just like I explained. OEM automotive manufacturers do not like to use fan because of the defective rate. So they have to make the heatsink as bigger as it can be for heat dissipation. Many holes inside for enlarging the heat dissipation surface. But we were just told that some Chinese new energy electric vehicles using the high quality fan for heatsink already, such as Geely, Great Wall. But we also heard that a couple years ago our Chinese regulation forbade the usage of fan for highlight heatsink dissipation. What's the current regulation of the heatsink dissipating fan usage for China and foreign car brands or automotive manufacturers right now? Anyone knows? Please kindly leave your comments. Appreciate it. This piece is already taken apart. The square-shaped glass lens, not round. The shroud cover fixed on the glass lens. That's the main part of the projector lens. This is the low beam reflector card. This is the low beam LED chips. This main LED module is supposed to be also ran full chips automotive level, and there are two pieces additional small LED chips at both sides of the main LED module. That's a high beam copper PCB. As you can see, there are 3 LED chips, but there is no reflector card as same as this one because it uses this TIR lens instead of the reflector card for the high beam. The lighting emits from the LED chips through the TIR lens and emitting from here. Let's test with this red line. When I'm emitting the red line to the center of the front surface, the light will be reflected through the TIR lens towards to the LED chips on the surface of the PCB board. The holes on the original bracket actually not match the holes on the bracket of our BiLED, so we need a specific transfer bracket for fixing our BiLED on the BYD headlight kit original bracket. This is the power cable for the low beam, and this is the power cable for the high beam. Then let's check out the detail of our BiLED projector lens, AD21A. Obviously, it's square shape, so the square shape matches the original frame very well. You'd better not install a round glass lens for the cars because the frame inside the headlight kit probably will block the high beam on the top of the round lens. But there is not such a problem if you use a square shape. That's a low beam reflector card. High-speed fan for accelerating the heat dissipation. The high beam reflector card, it's not easy to see because it's small and the inside of the heatsink. That's a solenoid for switching the high-low beam. This is the piece already taken apart. The square-shaped glass lens. That's bracket for installing. As I mentioned before, we need a special transfer bracket for fixing it on the original headlight kit bracket. The solenoid for switching the high-low beam. The slide metal, now it's low beam. When you switch to the high beam, the solenoid will make this slide metal down to high beam. This is a low beam reflector card, big one. That's a reflector card for high beam. That's a low beam LED module, 3570 with 6 chips. It's much brighter, powerful than the original OSRAM LED module. The high beam LED chip is 3535. The power of low beam is about 60 watt for start, 50 watt for stable, and high beam power is about 70 watt for start, 60 watt for stable. The low beam is about 3000 lumens. High beam is about 4000 lumens, which is very powerful and bright. The center spotlighting can reach about 4000 lux in 5 meters away. So the conclusion is our aftermarket BiLED projector lens is more powerful, brighter, and the lighting pattern is wider, thicker, smoother than the original ones. Then let's check out the lighting pattern of the two. Thanks for watching BULBTEK Truth and Trust.